All right, guys, welcome back to the Madcore Hunter podcast. I've got Danny L. Moore with me this evening. Thank you for joining us, Danny.
How's it going, man?
Well, let's just start it off with the bad news. I don't know if you heard, Kuiu sold.
Oh, I have seen a few posts and people are blowing it up a little bit.
Cox
With
Outdoors, man.
to who?
It's Cox Enterprises, which I think they're renaming it. I was reading about it here, so I didn't say anything falsely, but I guess the James C. Kennedy guy who's trying to sell public land, or he's had public land issues in the past, is one of the investors. I guess it's a variety. It's not just Cox Enterprises, but they're one of them, and somehow they linked that Kennedy guy to being one of them.
Yeah, it's pretty much how all these anybody that's big in the outdoor industry ends up getting bought by these huge companies now.
Didn't it
And
happen to
so
First Light too?
there
Wasn't there
was some
something
stuff.
with First Light?
Yeah, a little bit with that because, like, I think they bought Meat Eater, and Meat Eater had been bought by a larger company, but there's been a lot of them that's sold like that, and I'm sure we'll hear more about it as time goes on, but I saw a little bit about it, um, claiming one of the guys, had fought some stuff, but I haven't looked into it too deep. It is what it is, man. They all end up getting sold, and every company's got a few guys that are probably not going to be what we want them to be.
Yeah. No, I heard about it. Dad told me, and I looked into it a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I'd say it said something like, it was the guy's wife that passed away. She had been running. I mean, she ran it for a while. I mean, heck, that happened when I was in high school. So it's been a long time. She hung in there for a while, being the owner. So I would say she's probably getting a little aged and tired of it. They built it up. I think Kuyu's only grown, so I don't know. I don't really stake on anything. Like I've told you before, I wear numerous different things. I've got First Light, Under Armour, Cryptek, Sitka, Kuiu. Um, I think whatever layering system works, it's good to have multiple sets of clothes, really. I mean, especially in whitetail season, man, if you don't have time to wash your stuff, it's nice to have an extra set of clothes. I think they've done research. Half this crap on camo really doesn't matter as long as you don't wear blue and move a bunch. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah, movement's pretty key there. You can definitely have went out and killed in plain clothes and for pretty much everything. I know our buddy Jim Holder used to run around in blue jeans, and he loved wearing like a brown sweatshirt elk hunting, and believed that it worked because they saw brown, in the woods, and would think it was another elk walking. So
It may. I mean, I elk hunt in solids. I mean, elk, they don't see as well as like whitetail, but I think what is it, Coda DeQuista, he stopped wearing camo altogether. I think he's like a wool and what is
yeah,
plaid kind of guy. So I don't know. Like I said, if I had the money, I'd almost switch to weather wool. It's that US wool company. It's just like $800 to $1,000 for a coat, but if you had the money, that'd be the way to go.
yeah, camo's more for us than anything.
Hey, if you look cool, you shoot good, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's definitely that time of year, man. Just getting ready for Christmas, and uh got family coming in, so not getting to do a lot of hunting. So I imagine we'll just keep this one kind of short, and hopefully I get into the first of the year here and we can maybe get some guests on, or somebody will have some success. It's been a kind of a slow year for our group, to be honest.
It really has. I apologize. I figured I would get it done in Kentucky. I found where a good one was living, and he wasn't the only one there. I had 2 bucks the other night in the scope. They're just not what I was looking for. I probably shouldn't be that picky this late in the season. I probably would have shot a doe because I still need some meat. But Dad's had some really close encounters. I was hoping to to get him on here at some point. It's just I've not been setting guests up. I've been trying to keep it real time and reserving the weekend for somebody to have some success. And it's been a tough year. Um, which I don't know. Other people have had a lot of success. You know how it goes. Even Rob, with Illinois, it's been interesting. It's been hard for me to get over there. I kind of made the mistake by not getting over there earlier. I should have gotten over there in October a time or two because once November hits, you know, uh, I got over there once and it was a freaking blizzard. And then, Thanksgiving happens. And then in December, it's like what really screws you. And I didn't realize this until the season had already started. If there's a rifle or muzzleloader or any other season, you can't bow hunt. It's not like
Yeah.
Indiana where you can just take a bow from day one to end. It's like, which doesn't make sense to me, but
So you can, from what we looked at, and I think Obendorf called is I believe you can hunt during their muzzleloader season with a bow, but the it is absolutely closed down to during the first two shotgun seasons.
I thought you had to I think I looked at that too. I thought you had to be a resident or something, but
No, well,
maybe I should look into that.
I didn't personally talk to Game Fish. I think he did, but he was asking questions about something for himself. But what I read is you can plainly see that archery is closed during the first shotgun season and the second shotgun season, but it's not closed because I looked at going. To my knowledge, you are legal all December. So once that second shotgun season's over, I would double check it, with Game and Fish, but you should be able to go here any of this month.
Okay. Well, I didn't go for that purpose because I knew I couldn't go during their second shotgun, which I think is the sixth, seventh, something around, it's around the seventh.
There's a week
And
or two to
then
go.
around the 12th is their muzzleloader. And that's when I wanted to go, but I didn't think I could. So I'll look into that for next year. And then now, you've got Christmas coming up and New Year's and this and that. And work's been a little bit busier than I anticipated as well. So I thought I would get over to Illinois a little bit more. And I've got one more trip planned, but
This the weather's what's killing me. It's weird right now. It's supposed to be 50 something degrees tomorrow, I think, and for the last 2 days here. But we've had crazy winds, man. Like I know it's always windy here, but I've had a whole week off trying to go get a doe or two filled, and I've got to hunt one evening and another night for like 45 minutes. And I mean, just trying to pick and choose, and I just can't get a day where the weather's been halfway decent. We had Wyoming made news because they had 145-mile-an-hour gusts the other day,
gosh,
and we don't even like that was on the western slope, and I guess they don't even know if that was the highest gust that they actually got because it broke the sensor. But
gosh, dude.
I mean,
I
people
couldn't deal
don't
with that.
get it unless
I
you
hate wind. I do.
people just don't get it if you don't live out here because we talk about it being windy. Like 145-mile-an-hour gusts is above, like, I don't know what category of hurricane, but it's high. And we normally get, winds up to 90. Because that day I hunted, I think I hunted either the night before the big wind hit or that night. And I'd been watching on the radar that it was supposed to get sustained 40-mile-an-hour winds, not gusts. I have no idea what the gusts were. But I drove home and it was probably some of the worst wind conditions I've ever drove in. Like it
So
was just the signs on the interstate, everything was closed to like campers or heavier vehicles and stuff or lightweight vehicles, the bigger size. But um, I think it was saying 65-mile-an-hour gusts as I got into town.
so
And
you're
it's just
telling me it's not like on Yellowstone where you camp out on the prairie and there's buckle bunnies running around and everybody just wears a long sleeve and vest. It's not like that out there.
there's places. It ain't
Yeah,
in central Wyoming, I can tell you that for sure.
maybe maybe for a couple months it's like that when they film the show.
That's filmed in Montana or Utah or something. Like,
I'd say Montana is colder in Wyoming, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm sure there's places you get in northern and I would think so, because North Dakota gets so cold. I'm about up there in Wilson, I think 60 miles from Canada, and we stay pretty dang cold, but the weather's usually fairly similar, but
Yeah.
we just get these dang winds and they won't go away. I hate it.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna continue to hunt until the end, especially it's warmer a little bit this week and with the holidays and I got a little vacation. I'm gonna try to get over to Kentucky and archery hunt. I've got some patterned a little bit, I think, where I can hang and hunt. Not a lot to go on, but it's over there. It's I can kill a doe or a buck, so I'd rather hunt over there. And then I'm gonna try to get to Illinois next week. Actually, it'll be during when we usually record, so I may take my stuff and record over there and give a live update. Even though I don't know how the weather's looking, it's I may move the trip a little bit. But after that, man, it's about it. It's kind of I don't want to say getting depressing, but season's coming to a close, man. It sucks.
Yeah, it's about time to start putting in for tags again and all that stuff and getting getting back to training, I guess.
Yeah, I guess a reminder. I think I need to buy my Montana tag if we're gonna do that. I don't know. You can only build up 3, I think, for general. But Montana closes. I think you can buy all of December. I think after the first of the year you can't buy Montana. Um, so I
For
think I'm
preference
gonna
points?
yeah. You can only get 3. You can only it's weird to get their general. Now obviously I think they call it they're confusing. I've never hunted Montana actually, but I bought a point last year and I was just gonna get about 3 and I figured by about 3 we might want to try Montana or at least have it in our back pocket because I don't think you lose them. I think you have at least a year, so that gives me like 4 years. It's only $100, so just a reminder if anybody wants to buy Montana Point.
I need to do that. I would enjoy going to a different state at
That was
some
my
point
thought,
here.
and I talked to a guy at work. He killed a 330 bull, and he used an outfitter, but he killed it on public. So I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
get him to tell me which public. I think he said it was southwestern corner. So it wouldn't be as bad a drive
Yeah,
because
I know quite a few people that hunt the kind of the central to eastern side of the state.
yeah, I would
I
like to
know
try it.
yeah. It would, I need to do that because 'cause I'd like to hunt deer at some point, but they've changed some rules on that, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
a little harder to draw a tag.
But we've also talked about doing an antelope hunt as a group. So, yeah, I mean, slowly, here in a couple weeks, we're going to transition into the prep period to where you're looking at what you're going to put in for, you know, keeping your training up. At least for me, I'm going to train. I don't know how much, I've been thrown back and forth if I'm going to do a full Ironman or not. It's a big commitment, and I got a son now and wife and hunting already takes a lot of my time. Like I've always said it, there's 3 ways to kill a big buck. There's time, there's money, and there's luck, so it takes kind of a
Yeah.
combination, but time is the one thing I can give up a little bit.
Yeah, it's ending quick. I'd like to get another doe or something that I'd just like to bow hunt just a little bit more, but I don't know. I might be able to get another evening in or something here. There's a spot that I've been bow hunting here in December. There's a lot of deer, but it's also like I can't get in the dang place because the deer are just all over it. And so I just keep jumping deer. But they've been hunted pretty hard.
I will say this, and I'll have a better review on a piece of gear, so to speak, you might not think of. We decided to upgrade phones, which I'm not, crazy about getting a new. I think the last one I had was a 12. But this new iPhone 17, dude, it has a button on the side here, and all you have to do, which I know the other ones you swipe, if you hit that button, it pulls your camera up.
Nice.
So I'm thinking for self-filming hunts because they have those like magnets you can put on the back.
Yeah.
So I may start trying to film because it zooms all the way to 8. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. We'll have to talk to Zach because Zach, I think, I think he has that same phone and had bought one of those mag things for the bow, and he had some issues with it. I don't know if it was him or, something with the actual
Oh, really?
equipment. Like when he shot his buck there in North Dakota, it's all nice on the film. It's on that camera. It's real good footage. And when he shoots, it just stops. It's like the vibration of the bow or something from the shot caused it to shut off. And there was another time where he drew back and the camera shut off.
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
think we
I
drew
haven't
back.
tried it. Maybe it's in the settings. I know it takes really good video, and it's nice it has that extra button because it's like an extra one. And
Yeah,
as soon as you hit it, I think you can program it to like start recording. My GoPro was like that. So
yeah. I think he mentioned it. I tried to turn on the dang. When it gets cold, I really liked the one I've got on my stabilizer for, filming the shot. It's loud is the only bad thing about it, but the footage, if the deer's under like 30 yards, is pretty cool. When they're out farther, it's not as good. But that's twice I've drew that thing back thinking I was going to get a shot and it wouldn't come on because it gets cold and it's like you show a full battery and then the battery dies when it's sitting out in the cold for a while.
I don't
So,
know. The filming's tough, which I don't know. It seems like, I mean, the past two good deer I've shot, I just couldn't have got them on film. I don't
yeah,
want to lose. I don't want to lose one over trying to get it on film, which can't even hardly happen.
it's very easy to mess up when you're trying to film if you're pretty committed to it.
Yeah. Which maybe I'll get back into it. Maybe I'll use this phone. That was my idea. I'll look into it though. Thanks for telling me that about Zach's though. I'll look and see if there's a setting or maybe
I
it's
don't
just a
know if
piece of junk.
it might be worth just giving him a holler because I don't know if he got it figured out or not. He hadn't I mean, he just was whitetail hunting there in North Dakota and filled that tag, so hasn't really been back out for whitetail.
Yeah. I apologize too. I'm fighting a little bit of a cold, so I've got a cough and a little stuffy, but we needed to get it in and apologize. I thought I didn't get a guest or anything because I thought we would. I felt really good about Kentucky. It's muzzleloader, so it helps with the range and this and that. But we've talked before. I don't mind, if it's an exciting hunt or this that, but it just didn't trigger me, and it wasn't. I know there's another really good buck over there, so
Yeah.
I just decided to wait, and I don't mind breaking the bow out with the warmer temperatures, but hopefully you can get out and get a doe, and maybe I can get another doe or buck between now and then. And I've got some guests that I'm thinking of, and some guys that want to come on. Uh, so we'll figure something out.
Yeah, I think probably this one and the next one might be a little shorter and,
Yeah,
uh, everybody's got the family stuff going on, so it just makes it a little more difficult.
it does. We try to keep them relative. Do you have any announcements? I kind of have one, but anything? I mean, guys, if you want a hat, which we've got several different ones, madcorehunter.com. You can find these podcasts. If somebody doesn't have Spotify or listen on Spotify, it's on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, sorry, and then YouTube as well. Seems like our excuse me, YouTube views have gone up a lot more because that's just everybody has YouTube.
Yeah. It would definitely help if I'd get a little of the all this footage I've got put on there too, but maybe I can get some downtime here in January and February to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll take this new phone out and try. I think I have a phone holder for my bow. I guess another announcement I have, and this will be an extension of the Madcore podcast we do. So it's not going to replace or anything, but it's been on my heart, and I wanted to do just a small Bible study once a week as well. They're not long. If you want to tune in, appreciate it if you can get something out of it. But I haven't even decided what day, but we're recording them, and probably the first of the year. Look for that if anybody wants to tune in. We're thinking something like Thursday or maybe even Sunday, which makes it relevant. But it'll be me, and then sometimes my buddy Dalton Drexler. He's very versed in the Word, and just a small Bible study. You don't have to listen. It's not. Well, we're going to call it to the core. It's not Madcore or anything. and just felt like that was something they're from anywhere under 20 minutes usually if anybody wants to tune in and hear a little bit of the word. But I guess that's all I've got.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Um, well, I don't know. We're at 20 minutes. That's about all I got. Really.
Yeah, I think we can shut her down and just have a few quick ones here for the next couple of weeks, and then we'll get back at it.
Yeah, and I'm off social media, so if you guys have anything, questions or anything to bring up, get a hold of Danny. And hey, it's still late season. You can still make it happen. I've had some pretty good hunts here lately, so keep in there, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Good luck.